What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream, and we are here to conclude the annual NTD Awards for 2025 with the biggest award that I have on this list, my top albums of 2025. Now, I put together 50 albums for you guys to check out, but do not worry, I'm only going to be going through 25, and I'm going to be going through them pretty quickly, so keep up. Before we get into the list, I hope you guys have been enjoying the content that I've been putting out regarding my list for 2025. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun creating new categories, way more than I've been used to, and still gonna come out with a few more specific genre top albums and shorts after this video comes out. And I also want to thank you for being patient if you were looking forward to this video. This year, I feel like every time I make these lists, it is incredibly difficult. There's so much good material that comes out, and it's so hard to really pick what I like the most in what order it is, and especially when you're listing 50 of them, it's nearly an impossible task. So I'm finally finished, and I am finally going to give you my list in the order that I think it should be. But it took me forever, because as I went through these records and as I revisited them and checked out some ones that I apparently didn't check out, a lot of things were shifting. This list looked completely different by the time I started it, and I think maybe around September. And now it looks nowhere near the way it did. Besides, like, my top 10, I'd say, is mostly there. Maybe in certain arrangements a little bit different, but for the most part, everything in the top 10, especially in the top 3, pretty much the same. So enough talk, let's get into it. Here we go. Top albums of 2025. Number 25 is no surprise if you've been keeping up with me, the biggest hot take of 2025. That is Sleep Token with Even in Arcadia. 24 is going to go to Black Country New Roads, Forever How Long. Definitely a new chapter for them, especially losing their frontman. And you know what? I really do think that they did a great job with this. It's a great pop record. 23 is Mac Miller's Balloonerism. I'm usually not a fan of posthumous records. Notably, there's been a lot of great posthumous records that did come out this year, but this one is definitely one of the most notable ones that I really do think has some value and purpose to be released, so I really did enjoy this one. With 22, another great hip-hop record from Billy Woods with Gollywog. 21, Miley Cyrus is Something Beautiful, easily her best project yet. It is so incredible to listen to. I enjoy it so much. With 20, we're going to give that to Turnstile with Never Enough. 19, another hot take with Geese Getting Killed. I think this is a lot of people's best rock record of the year, right? And I'm happy about that. I love Geese. Geese was a former winner for Album of the Year 2 years ago. So that was a band that I was really enjoying. I love Cameron Winter. I love everything that the band has, their ideas in this wacky formation and post-rock. And this is definitely a record that I'm really happy is getting a lot of traction, a lot of attention, and a lot of praise. With 18 is going to McKinley Dixon with Magic Alive. This record was a ride. I love everything when it comes to jazz fusions into hip-hop. And McKinley Dixon is just a great prolific hip-hop artist. It really has some great ideas. And then 17, one I didn't necessarily care for at first, and then trying it again, totally different vision, totally different perspective with Nourished by Time, the Passionate Ones. I think this is one of the albums I was talking about that it just inserted itself here out of nowhere, especially this high. I think it could go a little higher. I don't know about in the top 10. Could definitely go a little higher. It's a fantastic record. There's something about it that is just so distinctful. I can't really put my mind on it. It has this great influence from the 80s and 70s with the pop and R&B elements, but vocally there's something there. I just can't put my finger on it. It's incredible. With 16, Chat Pile and Hayden, In the Earth. Chat Pile is absolutely always hitting it. They do not miss. With 15, De La Soul, Cabin in the Sky. Another quote-unquote posthumous record, but again, with purpose, with satisfaction, with especially reaching to some personal tastes that I really have in mind when it comes to hip hop, especially when boom bap, and with a lot of conscious hip hop and abstract thoughts and just a lot of different ideas that are kind of pertaining to that style of hip hop. So I just really thought this was an amazing piece. With 14, Mon Laferte with Femme Fatale, great Spanish record, one of the best Latin records that you can hear all year. Mon Laferte is someone that I feel needs to be acknowledged all the way far up in point to the Grammys, but the Grammys are just not bass, so I'm just not going to ever expect that. 13 seems to be my K-pop album of the year. Might surprise people. It's Rise with The Odyssey. I just think all around these guys showcase everything they are so well performed in, and every single track on here. It was just great. It just showed so much potential between all of them, and I'm happy to be on the ride, man. I love this. So with 12 is going to be another great avant-garde-ish post-rock noise group that I have been loving for a long time. That is Maruja's Pain to Power, coming out of Manchester. If you are into that style of noise rock and post-punk and post-rock, I mean, with these guys' EPs, like, they have like each been easily top contenders. They have just great functional experimental ideas that really just kind of encapsulate an image that you can't really ponder. It's really hard to just grasp. It's just such a profound sound and idea and presentation all around. So I really adore this band. I feel like every time they come out with something, it's just so good. With 11, also one of the top hip-hop records of the year, that is JID with God Does Like Ugly. Once again, this man has been proving how much more capable he is as a hip-hop artist. JID is an absolute masterful craftsman. This guy is killing it with the Forever Story. It is still my favorite record from JID, but there is no arguing that there has been just so much more depth and layering and growth and creativity, and this is a great pick. I mean, JID is just one of a kind, and he did amazing. He's one of the best records of 2025. Next, with my top 10, I am hooked on every single one of these records, especially with the ones I already named before here. But these are the ones that once I heard it, I'm like, yeah, this did something completely special. With number 10, with Panda Bear, Sinister Grift. If you like soft rock, if you're a Beatles guy, if you like that kind of soft classic rock, but if you like the White Album, if you're that kind of person, you gotta play this. With number 9, it is easily a lot of people's number 1 hip-hop album of the year, and rightfully so. It is Clips with Let God Sort Them Out. It's kind of hard not to say that this is a perfect record. I mean, every time I hear it, when it comes to its full packaging and mastering and mixing, everything just sounds so clear and bold, and everything is just so well engineered. That is definitely the biggest thing that is really going for this. Thematically, there is a lot of great detail put together by Pusha T and Malice. I mean, these guys are just a wondrous duo and put out one of the best records that you could check out ever. And I don't even think it's ludicrous at this point to even say that it's one of the best hip-hop records that you can ever hear in the 21st century. I mean, it is quite amazing. Number 8 is from Miss Rosalia Lux. Incredible, powerful, operatic Latin record that you can hear with her classic styles of flamenco and reggaeton and pop music, but just with so much more emotion, so much more beloved praise and intimacy with her faith in God and her love with her family, and a lot of things that she was well cultivating in this project that meant so much to her. And it was just so well displayed sonically and production wise. There was a lot of things that I just really thought were so excellent and breathtaking from this record. I mean, some of the best songs that I've heard all year, some of the best songs I've heard from Rosalia, period. If you love Rosalia and you still haven't heard this, what the hell are you doing? Get on it immediately. Number 7, the hypnotizing, the one and only Danny Brown with Stardust. I remember every single second of this record when first checking it out. I remember everything, and I could not believe how seamless the transitioning was. There is something about this man with his attention to detail when transitioning from song to song, his wackiness, his bold creativity and sound design. This guy is just doing things that are just impossible to create in hip-hop. He's doing it. He's incorporating these electronic sounds and these hyper-pop elements and experimental elements, but at the same time packaging it in the way where it all really fits into something that feels conventional, that feels digestible, but all around just gave me one of the best album experiences that I had all year, that left me in my seat just paralyzed, like absolutely thrilled. With 6, my metal album of the year, another one that snuck in here out of nowhere, Agriculture, The Spiritual Sound. I'm still thinking about, I've just heard this record recently. I don't really think there's any recency bias going into this. I double checked my feelings about this album. I can't grasp some of the feelings that were being coursed through my soul while digging through this album. It has the aggression, has black metal, it has some doom elements in there, it has that a little bit of a deathcore scheme to it, but it has that softness, that psychedelia to it, and to that rock sound, and it gets soft on the vocals here and there. It gets meditative, and then it brings you back into the madness. And then sometimes you're in like this wormhole that you can't really grasp about what is going on. Like you're in like a nightmare scheme, but it is it's one of the best nightmares you ever even check out. I mean, I really did think that this record did something absolutely crucial to the sound of metal that I think a lot of people really need to be giving a lot of attention to. But I'm gonna move on so I don't just fall into that little rant with my top 5, beginning with Gabby Amaranto's Rock Doido. I mean, I really have no idea what to tell you about this record. I don't know. Another one where I was just left in my seat, just song after song, I'm going, what the fuck is happening? I mean, I am sorry. I have no idea how to describe this to you. You should check it out. I don't care what you listen to. You should check it out. You're probably going to think I'm weird. If so, then I did my job. And with number 4, giving it the Benito, Bad Bunny, Debí tirar más fotos. If you keep up with Latin music, you know why this record is so special. I mean, from start to finish, every song is just extraordinary. That's just the fact about it, you know. But the meaning behind it, the truth, the influence, and especially in the West, it's kind of hard not to really take this as a rebellious, revolutionary, groundbreaking standpoint into Bad Bunny's career, and something that feels just so proud, unapologetic about Puerto Rican culture, and especially with how he feels about it and about his quote-unquote stubbornness of wanting to continue to speak Spanish. This is the kind of artistry that we need. These are the kind of artists, and especially that are not from the U.S., that are so popular in the U.S., to really stand out and show that like we need to be supporting artists to create what they should want to make. Not that it's a pamper to our needs because we don't know what the hell they're saying. That's just delusional. That's just lazy. So many Latinos can agree with me that this is one of the most inspiring records they heard all year. The most meaningful record that they heard all year. I mean, how can it not be? I've been listening to Latin music since I was a kid. And hearing this now, I never thought that I would get anything that made me feel deeper into my roots. And I'm Mexican. That's the thing about Bad Bunny. I don't think Bad Bunny shows a lot of pride in being Puerto Rican, but I think he gives the Latino community a lot of sense to be proud of themselves, no matter where they're from. That's the idea that I get from this record. And then sonically, it just has so much authenticity. It is off the charts. And yeah, this record has so much feeling to it, so much truth, so much beauty, and just an absolutely amazing fundamental record from start to finish, period. There's a reason why Bad Bunny is debatably the biggest artist of 2025, period. With top 3, the number 3 spot is going to Jane Remover with Revenge Seekers. If you adore hyperpop, you're going to love all these next records. They're pretty much going down that line of that Y2K era. Spoiler alert, but like that's just pretty much what we're going about. Jane has been showing why that she is up next, or they are up next. Jane is an extraordinaire, an anomaly, absolutely just coming out of the depths and just creating some of the best hyperpop you'll ever listen to. I mean, I wouldn't argue with you that this is a perfect 10 out of 10 record. This is a 100% record because it debatably is. This was a record that I was addicted to from the very beginning because it did come out early in the year. So I mean, that's kind of makes sense to why I've loved it so much. I got to really marinate and grow with this record throughout the year. So sticking with this and really dissecting it as deep as I could with the tracks that I really did love, and then with the record itself, it has so much poignant detail and pride and just so much creativity in the idea of hyperpop, of making this music Janes themselves, and period. I mean, this is going to be a roller coaster if you're not used to this sound. So you should definitely try it. Number 2, the biggest out of nowhere, because again, I love this record when I first heard it. And then I kept playing it. And then I kept playing it. And I kept playing it. I'm like, this record is ecstasy. It's Nina Geraci with I Love My Computer. This record is so much fun. is so much fun. It is so cool. It's so cool. It's so cute. It's so crystalline. It's so Y2K. It's so grand and hyper pop and damn near perfect. You can put it on repeat and absolutely enjoy everything. And it's just oh man, there's things that make you want to rage, make you want to cry, make you want to dance, and it's just a ride. And Nina Girachi is doing incredible things. And I think that whole click into the hyperpop scheme with Jane, with Nina Girachi, with underscores, they're absolutely killing it. And they are some of the best influential names in that category that I think are doing some incredible things that I think are also inspiring a lot of people underground and in mainstream music. So take notes, because these are the ones that you should really be thinking about when it comes to some of the best artists of the year. My number one instantly became my number one. This record took over my entire life this year. I mean, it was truly something special. I mean, especially when it comes to the competition in this Y2K kind of like dream pop and hyper pop kind of element in there, ambient pop. There's a lot of competition and a lot of ideas, and especially a lot of it blends into kind of a meshy unison. So it's hard to pick, but this was the one that I could not get over. My number one album of the year is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Nah. I'm just kidding. Here is the number one album of 2025. Okay Lou's Choke Enough is my top album, and there is nothing else I can really say besides OK Lou really took over my year. I got to see this album played live. I got to be obsessed with this album and play it hundreds and hundreds of times. Vocally, I could not believe how well expressed she was from start to finish on here, especially when it comes to the flow of these tracks. A lot of it just felt so meditative and soothing and so well put together in its ambient sounds. And then there are those Y2K elements in there that are so well captured. And I really do think just really show you some of the best elements that are being shown in some of this new age of Y2K. So I think a lot of people have some great ideas in here, and I think OK Lou just really came out about it, brought some great features with Blade, with underscores, and did some incredible things. Vocally, did some really, really amazing stuff, made some really great writing choices, and also really personal writing choices, especially with the closer on here, with Blade Berg dedicating it to her baby, so adorable, that she was pregnant with, and I just never strayed away from this record. I could not get over it. I loved it more and more, and it had a hell of a lot of competition, but I just didn't love anything more than I did OK Lou's Choke Enough, period. It was a masterful record, a perfect record, a record that I did give a 100%, and I do not regret that one bit. It is perfect from start to finish. To this day, I think that record is perfect. OK Lou's Choke Enough is the top album of 2025. Guys, once again, you mean the world to me. Thank you so much for all your support. We finally hit over 1,000 subscribers, and ironically, that was on my birthday, so thank you so much. It meant everything to me. I worked so hard to get to this point, and I'm never going to stop to get even farther from there. This is what I really, really want to do in my life. I don't know anything else, and I don't want to know anything else. All I want to do is connect with you guys about music and learn more about music and learn more from you guys. This is what I love to do, and you guys make me love it more and more. So thank you so much for your support. I really do hope that you have been enjoying all the content that I've come out with this year. I hope that you can think that I've been improving as a content creator. I surely think I have been, and I only see more room to grow. So that is also something exciting that I'm looking forward to for 2026. And most of all, I'm really excited to hear some of your top music that came out. I'm really hoping that you put your list in the comment sections, because I am so eager to hear from you guys. I mean, I care about that way more than putting out my own list. I care hearing about your guys' opinions and hearing what some of your favorite music was for the year. So thank you guys so much. It means the world to me. I'll see you in 2026. Deuces.